Hello everyone, welcome to 3DDesignAcademy.com. In this lesson, we will learn about the Arc tool. The Arc tool is located within the Keypoint curved toolbox and you can access it by clicking over here. So there are several options. So within the Arc tools, there is Arc 3-point, 2-point, Arc tangent to curve tool, and there's a Concentric Arc tool. So I'm going to start with the arc tool, 3-point. So what you have to do is you have to pick 3 points in order to create an arc. So let me just show an example. So let's say there are 3 points that I want to hit exactly. All you have to do is a snap, either using a curve snap or a CV snap. For this one, I'm going to use a CV snap. So all you have to do is just pick here, here, and here. And you have a nice arc that hits exactly these points. Now, let me just delete this one, and I'm going to delete the guidelines so that they are not in the way. So let's say you have 2 lines and you want to create a dome right here. So what you can do is I'm just going to hit at this point exactly. That's the height that I want. So all you have to do is just pick the arc tool, 3-point, and I'm going to just CV snap here, here, and here. And you have an arc. We don't know what the radius is. Of course, you can see it in the information window. But if you have a specific height, such as at this point, you can use the 3-point tool in order to create this. Okay, so let me just hide this, and I'm just going to delete the guidelines. Next up is, if you just press and hold, is an arc tool, 2-point. Now for this one, you have to specify the 2 ends of the arc. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to control snap here, and I'm going to control snap here. And I'm just going to drag about the middle, and you can, as you can see, you can adjust the radius while having 2 points on the ends. So with this one, let's say you want an arc, you know when what the endpoints are, but you are not sure about the radius, then you can also use this to adjust. Okay, so let me just delete the guidelines again, and I'm just going to delete this one. Now, the third one is an arc tangent to curve tool. So I'm just going to again click and hold, and I'm going to pick this one. Now this one is a little bit different, because you can actually you can make an arc that is tangent to this line. So let me show you what I mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a Control Alt to drag about this curve, and I'm going to drag about this curve. And you get a curve that is exactly tangent to this line and this line. Now you can just make it tangent to just a single line, and you can just have the other end just free like this, but it is tangent right here. Now this is useful if you want to create a dome that is exactly tangent and you want the half circle to go all the way around. Now in this case, however, you'll see that it's actually going in the bottom, but there's a solution to make it go on the top. So what you want to do is just click the curve, and I'm just going to do a information window, Control Shift right mouse button like this, and you'll see something called an arc complement. So what you can do is you can just click this and it'll go on the other side. Now this works on other curves. So now you'll see that this is actually less than 180 degrees. So if you click on arc complement, it'll create an arc that is on the opposite side. So which is a really nice feature. And of course you can also adjust the length, the radius, or the angle depending on what you want to do. So let's say you want to make it 180 degrees exactly, just half, you can use this. Of course you can update the radius if you want if you have a specific figure. So let's say you want a 200 mil radius. All you have to do is just enter 200. And now if I check the radius, so let's just go over here, you'll see that it's about 200. Now you'll notice that the radius changes depending on where I drag the locator, and that is because if you go over here, construction options, you'll notice the rational flags are not on. So if you click these and turn them on, and let's make a new one. So I'm just going to do the same thing, arc tangent. I'm just going to snap it over here, and I'm just going to snap it over here like this. And you'll notice that the CV structure is a little bit different. Looks like it's actually split into 3. So let's see if I can adjust this. So I'm going for the radius, I'm going to keep it at 200, and I'm going to adjust the angle to 180, and you'll notice that it actually updates like this. Now, actually, let me show you guys one more thing. So I know this is degree 6, but if you click on the options for this tool, you can actually make it into a degree 2. Because the rational flags are on, doesn't really matter what degree you use, they're all going to give you a perfect circle. So let me just do that again. Actually, you know what? Let's try something else. So I think I'm going to do an arc 2-point. So I'm going to reduce it to degree 2. So I'm going to click the endpoint here, and I'm going to adjust the size like this. So let's actually make sure that the radius is exact. So let me just make it into 200. Oh, of course, it's a little bit short, which is okay. But this should give you guys an idea of how the CV structure is a little bit different from this one, which we created without the rational flags on. Okay, so now let's move on to the third one. Actually, I think I should have kept this one. Okay, so for this one, the final tool is our Concentric Arc tool. So what you can do is, actually, let me delete the guidelines first. So what it does is, basically, you can create an offset of a arc. So if I just, well, you might be wondering, why can't I just do an offset using the object edit, and you can just offset it like this. It's a little bit different because you, with a straight offset, you are bound by the endpoints of the curves. But with this one, you can play around with it a little bit more. So so it says to select arc to make an arc concentric 2. So I'm just going to select this one. And I'm going to pick a starting point like this, and I'm going to pick an endpoint wherever I want. And as you can see over here, I can, right now it's an exact offset of this arc. Of course, this depends on also if the rational flags are on. But you can also do it like this, and you can always adjust all these figures as needed. So instead of let's say I want to go 3/4 of the way. So in this case, I can just hit 270 degrees. You'll see you can also adjust the offset like this, or you can go minus like that. And you can adjust all of these figures as such, which might be very convenient especially if you have a specific engineering drawing that you want to adhere to. So this tool provides a lot of options. Okay, so that is the Arc tool. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.